Why some Syracuse restaurants are in the national spotlight, and why neighbors fear this road is overdue for a fatal accident. 11 nonstop minutes start now.
Now, 11 non-stop minutes of news.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rod Wood. People living in central New York communities have complained about young drivers speeding down roads to show off. Now, earlier this month, an 18-year-old was killed. The teen driver seriously hurt when their car took this hill on Breed Road in Camillus too fast. They lost control, flipped the car several times, and landed hundreds of feet away. People who live on Route 20, Route 80, and Route 11 in Onondaga say they're facing similar fears. And as our Shelby Stafford found out tonight, folks along Bull Hill Road are taking their concerns a step farther.
And then there's some people that I know up on Meeker Hill Road.
Yellow and black dump the hump signs are popping up all over Bull Hill Road. Karen Ann Rosinski says people race down the road to an area called the hump.
I've never seen anybody go 35 miles an hour.
Rosinski's working with the Dump the Hump Foundation to get people to slow down because she says they drive too fast for this steep hill.
When you order a sundae, you know what you're going to get on the sundae. You know what's on the top, in the middle, and the bottom. And when people drive this road, they don't know what's coming.
Here's the problem. You can't see on the other side of the hill and what's coming towards you. The foundation and the people who live here want to see this hill leveled so you can actually see what's coming your way.
I really feel that if they just took that very top off so people could see, that we wouldn't have the problems that we have now.
The foundation's executive director says people call her all the time, wanting to know more.
It's really spreading, and we're really encouraged at the enthusiasm and the interest.
They're working with the town of Onondaga to try and fix the road. In the meantime, Rosinski and Campy hope people pay attention to the signs and watch out for the hump. In the town of Onondaga, Shelby Stafford, News Channel 9.
Now, the Department of Transportation says they haven't had any complaints about the road. If people are concerned about speeding there, the DOT says they should call police. What do you tell visitors to the area to do when they're here for a weekend? Well, in today's New York Times, the travel section featured Syracuse and summed up how to enjoy the city and its suburbs in 36 hours. There were some unexpected stops on the list, and our Kelly McPherson joins us now live from one of them. Kelly?
Rod, the article suggested places that we've all heard of, the Most Museum, Dinosaur Barbecue, and Green Lake State Park. But the owners of smaller businesses on the list, like Ngati's restaurant here on Burnett Ave, they say they didn't expect all this attention. Customers say it's the quality and quantity of food that makes this restaurant a hotspot in Syracuse.
My wife has got to take some home, so I ate all of mine though because I like to eat.
Nice healthy pizza here.
The owner, however, didn't expect the national nod at all.
No, I would never, because we don't advertise. We're a no-frills, family, down-to-earth type restaurant, so.
His theory on getting a slot in a 36-hour trip?
They know good food.
The New York Times highlighted another small business here on West Onondaga Street. It's called Onajava. Yes, the name is a playoff of the street.
Well, I try to reserve these two walls here for independent photographers.
It's all about independent artists in this 2-year-old place.
Well, we try to offer a family-friendly, relaxed atmosphere, you know, hot coffee, cool crowd type thing.
The weekend tour suggested stopping by on an open mic night, so I thought I'd give it a shot.
For the first time ever in Onajava, singing tonight, please put your hands together for Miss Kelly McPherson.
Well, at least the article seems to be attracting more business here just hours after it came out.
The phone has been ringing off the hook since that article. I had calls from all over the state of New York asking me about it.
So while this is great news for the people who made the list, some people we talked to around town said they wondered about some other spots, like their favorite restaurants in Armory, or other ones that they've gone to, like the Red House Theater. Rod?
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to read the entire New York Times article, we will link you to it from our website, 9WSYR.com. New tonight, more than 200 people turned out to say goodbye to St. James School in Syracuse. Alumni, parents, and teachers filled the school gym and shared memories of the past 50 years. St. James will close its doors in June now that the Syracuse Diocese has restructured its school system. That leaves parents in a tough position as they look at public and Catholic schools to decide what's next for their kids.
I think we're all struggling. I have not decided yet. I think a lot of people are in my shoes, and I don't know when I'm going to find the answer, but hopefully, I'll figure it out.
The Syracuse Diocese had to restructure its schools because of money problems. Unlike public schools, Catholic schools do not receive state aid. Well, this Shea Middle School teaching assistant has been charged with endangering the welfare of a child. 31-year-old Joseph Natoli is accused of smoking pot with a student. Sheriff's deputies claim Natoli smoked marijuana with a 16-year-old girl who attends Fowler High School. She told investigators Natoli became friends with her back in February and brought her to his house twice during winter break to smoke marijuana cigarettes. Deputies do not believe other students were involved, but if you have more information, give the Sheriff's Department a call at 435-3092. In Elmira, a kindergarten student is in protective custody as authorities investigate whether she brought crack cocaine to her school. Police say the student found what appears to be the drugs on her mom's dresser and brought it to school. She dropped it in a hallway, and a teacher spotted the substance. We will learn on Monday details of a possible plea agreement for the St. Lawrence County man charged in a wrong-way drunk driving crash that killed a Syracuse radio reporter. 22-year-old Matthew Benedict is charged with manslaughter, vehicular manslaughter, and DWI in the death of Bill Leaf. In court today, Judge John Brunetti indicated the case against Matthew Benedict is nearly resolved. Benedict has been held in jail since the head-on collision that killed Bill Leaf last January. He is expected to serve a substantial term in state prison.
I think we did pretty well. I can't really get into what it's going to be, but it's longer than most.
It's a good thing for the family. It's a good thing for the defendant. There's also some pending actions up in Franklin County against the defendant that's going to be included in this.
Now, the top count against Benedict is second-degree manslaughter, which carries a penalty of 7.5 to 15 years. Another amendment to the immigration bill being debated by the Senate could impact travel here. New tonight, the Senate has approved a delay to the border crossing passport requirement, which would force Americans to show a passport to re-enter the country from Canada. Right now, a driver's license is usually good enough for customs agents. The original deadline of January 2008 would be bumped back to June 2009 if the bill passes. Dozens of people have been contacting our Your Stories line to say they've been waiting months, if not years, for a headstone they ordered to honor the memory of a loved one. All of them are from customers of Tri-County Memorials in North Syracuse, and they all say they've ordered headstones from the owner of Tri-County, Dan Halloran. Many of them paid up front months, if not years ago, and still have not received their stones, an explanation, or a refund. One of the victims is the family of a woman who was diagnosed with a terminal illness. A few days before she passed away, she made her own final arrangements. To this day, there is no stone on her burial site, and it's almost 3 years later.
I mean, how do you take money from a person that's dying, and she was on, she was in bed, and he's seen her. He, was face to face with her. He had no problem taking her money, but he's got a problem bringing the stone here.
Well, these stones will be taken care of as fast as I can get them done, and that's all I can do.
Even though they've been waiting years.
I understand, and I've had problems, but I'm doing them. I'm getting them done as fast as I can do them. That's all I can say.
Owner Dan Halloran only tells us he's been having financial problems and he's trying to catch up now. He's promised a lot of the viewers their stones by Memorial Day. The State Attorney General's office is now going to launch its own investigation. You can file a report with the AG's office by calling 448-4800. New Hartford police officer Joseph Corr died nearly 3 months ago after he was killed chasing suspects in a jewelry store robbery. One of those suspects, 30-year-old Marion Pagisis, is still on the loose, and it's gaining national attention. America's Most Wanted will air the story of Officer Corr's death on tomorrow night's show. It's set to air at 9 o'clock on Fox. Syracuse property owners are going to pay a little more money next year, but as of tonight, less than they expected. Mayor Matt Driscoll is vetoing about 1/3 of the tax hike passed by common councilors. cutting out extra money for the city itself, but keeping in an increase to build up the school district's financial reserve. So the owner of an average $70,000 house in the city of Syracuse is going to pay about $50 more next year instead of the $75 increase that was coming before the mayor's veto. Common councilors could overturn the mayor's veto, but it appears unlikely that will happen. This weekend, they will be weeding through a thick stack of agreements representing the fine details of the Destiny financing and tax agreement announced this week. Councilors will be talking it over at their next meeting on Monday. The city of Syracuse is going after absentee landlord Eli Haddad. Today, a judge ordered the Miami investor to fix up the Warren Street parking garage. It's been closed for weeks now because of structural weakness. While there's no word of a firm deadline, the feeling is the Warren garage will not be reopening anytime soon. Former state senator Nancy Lorraine Hoffman is dropping out of the race for the Republican nomination for lieutenant governor. She says she is ending her candidacy because she's involved with too many other things. Hoffman lost her Senate seat after 20 years to Dave Valesky in 2004. Well, bright skies ahead or gray skies on the horizon. Here's Jim Teske with Saturday's Timecast. Jim.
Well, Rod, it looks like we're going to start with clouds, and there may even be a few showers as you wake up. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 40s, we think, here around 7, 8 o'clock. By noon, still kind of cloudy with showers at 52, but by late in the afternoon, say 4 or 5 o'clock, skies here in Syracuse will start to clear. We're expecting a high when the sun does come out of 57. More changes as we head toward the end of the weekend. We'll spell those out with a complete storm team forecast coming up.
A dramatic finish to the first game of the Subway Series, 6-6, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. The Yanks walk Carlos Delgado to get to David Wright. Runners on first and second for Wright, and he rips one to dead center off Mariano Rivera. Johnny Damon trying to get to it, can't quite get it. Paul LaDuca scores the game-winning run. Mets win 7-6. All the highlights a little later in sports.
Also ahead tonight, unhealthy New York policies. One covered her cancer treatments. Her new one refuses to do so, though. Plus, rough waters for this boat owner. What caused it to burst into flames? And next, an innovative way to pay. How this supermarket is using your finger to pay for groceries.
From the station that is breaking news, you're watching News Channel 9, 11 at 11.
What the Sam Dell is going on? According to Sam Dell Nissan, when we say we must sell 100 new Nissans by May 31st, we mean it! Right now, buy new 06 Nissan Sentras starting at $13,495. Or recent college graduates, buy new Sentras for only $12,995. Plus, Sam Dell Nissan will top any Central New York dealer's advertised price, or the car is free. Rush to Sam Dell Nissan during the Close a Great Deal event and get one Dell of a deal, or visit samdell.com.
Take the lead. 2006 Ford F-150. No other truck can claim this much power, unmatched might, balanced with total comfort. This is the strongest truck in its class. Get an F-150 with up to $4,500 in total savings, including a $2,000 gas card. Plus, we'll make your first month's payment.
Goldberg Special Purchase Sealy Sale.
Huge truckloads, hundreds of sets of Sealy special purchases.
Sealy twin size from just $139 each piece.
Sealy Posturepedic queen size from $4.99.
Sealy Posturepedic pillow top from just $5.99.
$5.99 in your choice. Queen size plush, firm, even popular ultra plush pillow top.
18 months with no payments, interest free.
And Goldberg's free next day delivery and free setup.
We beat any price, any day. Goldberg's.
At what point does a car do more than take you from point A to point B? When does it come to life? When does it become your co-conspirator? When does a car become more than just a car? Introducing the all-new 268 horsepower Toyota Camry. It's time to move forward.
This portion of News Channel 9 is sponsored by Burritt Motors.
The forecast where you live from the News Channel 9 Storm Team.
It was a day with a very changeable sky here in central New York. We started out with fog, then some sun, then the clouds built, and there were some showers around this afternoon. Now it's quiet again. although showers aren't too far to our west. We'll show you that on radar in a moment. First off, the numbers for today. 59 degrees. We normally on the 19th day of May are around 70 degrees for a high, so over 10 degrees below normal for today. The low temperature 43, just a trace of rain as some of those showers moved close to the airport earlier today. Outside right now, as of 11 o'clock, our temperature was 51. The dew point is 42, giving us relative humidity at 71%. Barometric pressure is rising, and the winds are out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. Well, the rain showers that were around late this afternoon have come to an end, but as we show you live Doppler 9, just want to focus in on what's happening in western New York. We're starting to pick up some showers now between Buffalo and Rochester. They're slowly moving to the southeast. As they do, they're falling apart a little bit, but if they manage to hold together very late tonight, just before sunrise, some of those showers may make it into the Syracuse area. What's happening to cause those showers? There's a pretty big storm in the upper atmosphere. As you take a look at the satellite picture, just focus on the circulation here. Clouds moving to the north there and then moving to the south here. There's a big area of low pressure in the upper atmosphere that's spinning around. We cleared out for a while, but the clouds and the showers back to our west, they are slowly moving to the east. And I think by tomorrow morning, we will be cloudy. And as we showed you on the radar, a couple of those showers may be moving in. Here's your timecast. We're going to kind of focus in on the clouds. And again, tomorrow morning, I think all of central New York, and for that matter, much of upstate New York, will be cloudy. That's what all this white represents here on the screen. This is at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Now, our computer models are suggesting as we go through the morning, we stay cloudy. And there'll be a couple of showers from time to time, but notice as we head noon, 1 o'clock back across western New York, we're starting to get breaks in the clouds as drier air moves in. And as we go through the rest of the afternoon, that drying continues to move to the east. So by 4 or 5 o'clock, I think we'll start to see some breaks here in the Syracuse area. You folks east of Syracuse, though, especially northeast of Syracuse, will stay rather cloudy, say north of Utica up toward Camden, and then working your way as you head a little farther north toward Old Forge and Inlet. Outside of that, looks like the sun will return. This area of dry air is only temporary as you take a look at the map as we go from Saturday evening now into Sunday. This whole separate system, a cold front coming in from the north, and by Sunday morning, that'll be on our doorstep. Showers, maybe even some thunderstorms, and then windy conditions with a few more showers as we go through the day. I think the wind will probably be the big issue around here on Sunday. Some wind gusts could be past 30 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy skies. That's the way the sky will turn out later tonight. 47 for the low. Could be a shower just before sunrise, and as you wake up tomorrow morning, a couple of showers with a good deal of clouds. And I think we'll be dealing with clouds at least through the early afternoon. Then we'll start to see clearing skies. Once the sun does come out, we should manage to get to 57. A little breezy even tomorrow, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we think that the skies will be clear for a while during the evening, then increasing clouds again overnight in 47. Planning forecast, windy. That's the big story on Sunday. A few showers, thunderstorms. Outside of those showers, there'll probably be some sun. Maybe a shower into Monday, still cool at 56. On Tuesday and Wednesday, a slow warm-up will be closer to 70 by the end of the week.
After suffering heavy losses in Iraq and Afghanistan over the past 2 weeks, the Army's 10th Mountain Division, based at Fort Drum, is dealing with new casualties. Tonight, a spokesman for the base says 3 members of the division and a 4th soldier all died yesterday in the explosion of a single roadside bomb in Iraq. The Army says it will be releasing their names after all of the families have been notified. A boat owner had a close call on the Seneca River in Lysander this afternoon. He had just gassed up at J&S Marine. When he turned the key to start the engine, gasoline fumes exploded and the boat caught fire. The owner wasted no time jumping overboard and swam safely to shore. His boat, as you can see, may be a total loss now. It is routine for a lot of us when you pay for groceries, you scan your shopper's card, right? Well, now the small but innovative Green Hills grocery store in Nedrow invites you to check in and pay for your groceries without ever opening your wallet. The Pay with Your Finger system scans your finger and charges the food to your account. Green Hills encrypts your finger signature for security, lets you make a shopping list on your computer at home to be printed out at the store, and generates coupons based on your shopping preferences. Coming up in sports tonight, the SU lacrosse team gears up for tomorrow's matchup with Johns Hopkins. But next, questions about what's covered and what's not covered, why this woman's new insurance policy isn't helping her with the treatment she desperately needs.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at your Jeep dealer. Save big on the Jeep Liberty, the best-selling SUV in its class, and Jeep Grand Cherokee with a 5-star government crash test rating, and the new trail-rated Jeep Commander with room for 7 and available Command View dual skylights. Hurry to your Jeep dealer by May 31st before the Memorial Day sales event ends. Get to your Jeep dealer for up to $3,000 cash allowance on select vehicles or get 0% financing for 60 months.
Someone wants a free rate quote from Geico.
Well, yeah, of course I do.
So they go to geico.com or where?
No, you can't get a Geico quote anywhere else, mate.
Why not?
Exclusivity. Makes people feel special, doesn't it? The old velvet rope.
So getting a free rate quote from geico.com is like getting access into some exclusive club.
Exactly. Knock, knock. Who's there? Bloke looking for a Geico quote, looking to save money on his car insurance. Oh, hello, mate. Come on in. How are you? How's your mum? How's it feel to be better than everyone else?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Now with down payment assistance from GMC, it's a great time to see all the professional grade possibilities waiting for you. Like the GMC Sierra 1500 work truck, with more standard towing capacity than Ford and more maximum payload capacity than Dodge, all for less than any full-size pickup. Get an 06 Sierra 1500 regular cab work truck for just $14,490 after all offers. Through May 27th, visit your Syracuse area GMC dealer for a chance to win a select GM vehicle during the License to Win event.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
I'm George Townsend of Honda City, and everybody is struggling with high gas prices. American Honda can help with the best fuel economy of any manufacturer, from the all-new Fit to the rugged Ridgeline. Combine this with high resale and low maintenance, the choice is simple. Stop in and find out why Honda City continues to set sales records and save you money like never before. Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard, Liverpool.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
You can't beat the competition by following. So we've taken Buick LaCrosse in a different direction. With a standard V6, a year of OnStar service, and a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty. No other car in its class offers all this. Get a low-mileage lease on an 06 LaCrosse CX for around $219 a month. Call for details. And through May 27th, visit your Central New York Buick dealer for a chance to win a select GM vehicle during the Buick License to Win event. Buick, beyond precision.
This portion of News Channel 9 is sponsored by Liverpool Pool and Spa.
From WSYR TV, this is News Channel 9.
It's the state's answer for a lot of people who otherwise cannot get health insurance. The governor pitches Healthy New York on the TV commercials, and it does offer affordable coverage. But in this one of your stories tonight, Dan Cummings discovers a major failure in the program that could leave a lot of New Yorkers unhealthy.
Melissa Chase was unemployed for more than a year and depended on a state program called Family Health Plus for her and her children. This month, she got a part-time job, so she's no longer eligible for Family Health Plus, but the job doesn't pay much and carries no health benefits. That led her to another state program. Well, now that she's got a job, there's another program called Healthy New York, which allows her to pay a reasonable amount every month for coverage under Blue Cross Blue Shield. But there's a major problem. The problem, last month, 2 mammograms and an ultrasound confirmed Melissa has several breast tumors, what they call a pre-existing condition. And the state says if you have a pre-existing condition, your Healthy New York policy will exclude coverage for that condition for up to 12 months.
Now I'm scheduled for a biopsy, and subsequently I'm going to have surgery to have the tumors removed, and I have no coverage for that.
Now, the state says that 12-month waiting period may be reduced or eliminated if you are transferring from other health insurance coverage. Well, Melissa transferred from Family Health Plus, so she should be okay, right? But believe it or not, the state doesn't count Family Health Plus as coverage.
If you're trying to improve your situation in life and trying to be paying your taxes, working a job, then I'm now excluded from having health care for anything. And, quite frankly, I feel, it's not so much for me, but what about the people with diabetes that are out there and heart problems or high blood pressure? They're excluded as well.
And with a biopsy and breast surgery looming, Melissa says she may have no choice but to quit her job, go on social services, and go back to Family Health Plus, the program that covered her health care when she had no job. Right now, a look at tonight's winning state lottery numbers. The daily number 624, the win 4 combination 7397. The take 5 numbers are 2, 15, 29, 37, and 38. And in the Mega Millions game, 5, 12, 31, 51, and 56. The gold Mega Ball 1.
Take the lead. 2006 Ford F-150. No other truck can claim this much power, unmatched might, balanced with total comfort. This is the strongest truck in its class. Get an F-150 with up to $4,500 in total savings, including a $2,000 gas card. Plus, we'll make your first month's payment.
Hi, Central New York. If you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, then come see us here at the Used Car Connection. That's Backus Ford, where we have 500 vehicles to choose from, and each one comes with a 1-year, 12,000-mile powerhouse advantage.
That's right, Holly. How about this 03 Grand Am for $89.50, or this 02 Sedona for $99.50, or even this 06 Trailblazer for $17,950?
That's right. Buy from Backus Ford and get peace of mind. Call 1-800-399-3765.
New York's Ford Powerhouse!
What I'm most proud of as Attorney General is that we were willing to walk into the buzzsaw of some very powerful interests and never back down. Look, I had a simple rule. I never asked if a case was popular or unpopular. Never asked if it was big or small, hard or easy. I simply asked if it was right or wrong. In the end, it's not a bad rule.
Spitzer for governor. The once-in-a-lifetime launch spectacular, featuring the all-new Camry and Yaris. We're making room for the new models, so great deals are going on now. And right now, you can lease the all-new 2007 Camry for just $239 a month. Available with a more powerful V6 engine, America's #1 selling car now manages to get higher mileage ratings, 34 miles to the gallon, while producing fewer emissions. Hurry, it all ends soon. It's time to move forward.
Danica Patrick is leading the Indy 500, but here comes Dan Walden going inside.
This year, what's right on the heels of the Indy 500? It's the Watkins Glen Indy Grand Prix featuring Danica Patrick and all the stars from the Brickyard right to your backyard, June 2nd through the 4th. For tickets, call 866-461-RACE or go to racetickets.com. Watkins Glen International, the soul of American road racing.
This portion of News Channel 9 is sponsored by Watkins Glen.
In sports tonight, Wright wins it for the Mets. Lots of runs, lots of excitement in Game 1 of the Subway Series. It all leads to a dramatic finish. The Yankees jump out to a 4-0 lead off Mets starter Jeremy Gonzalez, who, well, he's not very good. Bernie Williams doubles to the wall. Robinson Cano scores 4-0 Yanks. But the Mets get most of it back in the bottom of the first off struggling starter Randy Johnson. Carlos Beltran belts a 3-run home run, his 11th of the season. Mets trail 4-3. 5-3 Yankees in the third as the Mets fans enjoying that home run. And Xavier Nady gives them more reason to be happy. This is a 2-run shot. He goes the other way. His 9th of the season. The Mets tie the game at 5. Johnson gives up 6 runs in 5 innings. 6-6 in the 9th. 2 out. Runners on first and second. Enjoy David Wright up.
Driven out to deep center field. Going back Damon. Still back. Still back. It is over his head. And the Mets win the game.
David Wright wins it for the Mets with a base hit off Mariano Rivera. Yanks also find out Carl Pavano may be out the rest of the season, so a tough night for them. He needs elbow surgery. 2 teams the Mets and Yankees are going to have to deal with this season. The Red Sox and the Phillies getting together. David Ortiz, a monster shot, his 14th of the season. Sox win 5-3. Oh, those Sky Chiefs, they're back in last place now. Jeez, they lost to Ottawa 6-4. They're in Buffalo tomorrow. The West Jenny boys lacrosse team has lost 5 games in a season, just once since 1970. Tonight, the Wildcats avoid their 5th loss of the season with a senior night victory over Auburn. Auburn hangs around early in this one in the first quarter. Matt Chatterdon drives and scores. Auburn ties the game at 1. Second quarter, the Cats take control. Luke Cometti rears back, fires and scores 2-1 Jenny. A little later, In the second, Colin Donahue to Tim Teske for the goal. West Jenny rolls 8-3. Teske leads all scorers with 2 goals. From Tim Teske and West Jenny to John Tesko's Syracuse Orange. The Orange spending the weekend on Long Island. Yeah, not quite the Hamptons, but not bad. They take on Johns Hopkins in the Elite 8 tomorrow at 3 in Stony Brook, New York. Now, several Orange players are from the island, including Rod's favorite, Steve Panarelli, and they're happy to return home.
It's good. It's good that 2 great teams get to play on Long Island, especially. You know, I can't wait to see what this crowd's going to be like, and I really, you know, I can't wait to see how crazy it gets. I hope Long Island's rooting for the New York team, but you know, we'll see.
SU lost 14-9 at Hopkins earlier this season, but the Orange a much different, better team now. The Lemoyne men's lacrosse team wants to avoid this scene tomorrow, the scene where Limestone celebrates a berth in the D2 title game on the Dolphins' home field. Almost a year to the day later, the 2 teams meet again in the Final Four.
We've had a year of preparation. It comes down to this day, so I think we're gelling, peaking at the right time, so it should be a nice game on Saturday.
I feel like I'm gelling and peaking too, I don't know. Game time 1 tomorrow. Lemoyne routed Limestone earlier this season. LeBron James and Cleveland looking to eliminate the defending champ Detroit Pistons. LeBron on the break. Pretty move. Cavs up 5. Cavs down too late. LeBron wants to miss the free throw on purpose to give his team a chance to at least tie it, so he does a beautiful job of it. Misses. Now, Cavs got to get the rebound and tip it in. Come on, get it, tip it. No. Pistons win 84-82. They force Game 7 Sunday at 3:30. Where can you watch that game? Right here on the lovely News Channel 9. So,
yeah,
nice Subway Series game, huh?
It really is.
Yeah.
The Mets showed that they have the right stuff.
That's
on
right.
A certain night.
It's a nice play of words.
Not all
like
nights.
Yeah,
once in a while.
Once in a while.
Okay. And good luck to the Orange and the Dolphins this weekend.
That's right. And your favorite, Steve Panarelli.
Steve Panarelli.
We'll see if he can get the job done.
All right. Thank you. Jim Teske back now with a final look at your weekend wake-up forecast.
We start off with tomorrow. The first 2/3 of the day kind of cloudy. Tomorrow, maybe a couple of showers around. Then the skies clear out late in the day. 57 on Sunday, highlighted by windy conditions. There'll be a couple of showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures still cool this weekend in the 50s. We should be around 70 this time of year.
We should be.
We'll work on that for Memorial Day weekend.
All right, thank you, Jim. That's our report tonight. Nightline's up next. If you're up early, be sure to watch the Morning News Saturday.
You're watching News Channel 9 WSYR, Clear Channel Television for Central New York.
The Memorial Day sales event is going on now at your Dodge dealer. Save big on the hard-working Ram 3500 with the legendary Cummings Turbo Diesel, or the big new Ram Mega Cab with best-in-class interior room, and the Ram Quad Cab with a new frame and suspension for an improved ride. Grab the truck you really want, a Dodge Ram. Hurry to your Dodge dealer by May 31st before the Memorial Day sales event ends. Get to your local Dodge dealer for up to $4,500 cash allowance or 0% financing for 60 months on select Rams.